Liberty for All link is in the description. All right. And I will also put his channel link in the pinned comment so you can go to his channel and tell him Omaha sent you, okay? Let's get this man to 100,000 subscribers. He deserves it. He's been out here working hard and fighting for the people. So he's exercising his rights in public. And they didn't like it. So they came out trying to tell him to leave. He stood his ground and he showed them who was boss. So always film the police. I'm out, guys. Peace. Bye-bye.
You gotta stop that. It's not allowed.
Sorry?
Not allowed. Shut the phones off and get off the property.
Is it?
Shut the phones off and get off the property.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have to scream. You know.
You can't. You don't seem to be able to hear me.
We called and asked if it was public or private, if it was accessible to the public.
Get out of here.
We spoke to Sergeant Nelson.
Can we speak to a supervisor, please?
Hey, what's going on, miss?
Under what law?
We just called. We spoke to Sergeant Nelson to find out if it was public, if it was accessible to the public, if there was filming. So we spoke to her before we came in.
Property, there is no filming, so I'm going to have to ask you to leave state property.
Well, state property is our property, right?
Is that a lawful command?
Yes, you need to.
Do you have arrest powers?
If you would like to videotape, you can go back onto Route 1 and you can videotape there.
At the edge of the perimeter?
At the very entrance.
Right.
Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a police officer?
No, I'm not.
Do you have arrest powers to the citizens?
Sir, I'm asking you.
No, I'm not trying to have a
leave.
confrontation. I'm just finding out who you are.
I believe you are trying to have a confrontation.
No. We just want to film. We don't have any ill intention. We don't have anything.
I'm asking you to leave.
Oh, that's a lawful command. We will leave, but I'm going to call back and speak to your supervisor. Can I have your name, please?
Well, she can't give us lawful commands because she can't arrest us.
Oh, she said it was a lawful command.
Well,
so I was
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna call the police, and we're gonna debate this because this is a publicly accessible area, and we don't want you guys providing the public with wrong information.
So
all right.
You can go out onto the main road.
We'll give them a call.
Actually, we're gonna wait right there, and you guys are actually violating the First Amendment by doing that. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we'll call them.
Filmer in the public lobby. We're working on a story. We're citizen journalists. They're giving us wrong information. They're saying it's state property. State property is public property. We're not in a restricted area. We're not doing anything illegal in there. We're not creating a disturbance. There's nobody in there.
And we spoke to state.
Giving us lawful orders
under penalty.
Under trespass. She's threatening to trespass me from a public place.
Yeah, you guys can't film in there.
Under what law?
What'd she tell you?
Well,
she doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Unless you have corrections experience.
We do.
Because we spoke
We're working on a story about the
we spoke to state police. I just got off the phone with Trooper Bartuca while we were speaking with them, and he said that there's no issue filming because we're not in a restricted access
point. There's no way that
point.
he would be able to arrest me for video recording in a public place. That's not a crime. This is a public place. I understand. I understand that.
And we contacted Sergeant Nelson as well.
I understand, man, but you can have a sign that says whatever. You have to follow the law. We have the right to film in there. You can have a policy that says you're pretty much asking people not to film in the public area.
And
Trooper
Bartuca said
we have freedom of the press.
Trooper Bartuca, badge 3311, said that if we're in a restricted access point, absolutely, there's secure information that's private. But the issue is if we're just in a public place that's this public easement, his exact words, public easement, roadway, or information center that's open to the general public on public property, he doesn't see the issue. He wouldn't even send a trooper out here. He said if they give you a hard time, I mean, I guess just call us back. It's not illegal to film in public. It's not creating privacy.
Not only that, but we're offended at the way that the gentleman over there behind the counter approached us because he's screaming at us.
He's a little mad.
And there's no reason for him to treat the public like that.
Are you guys good from it? I'm going to go talk to him out front.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're gonna go back in there, and we're
I'm sorry.
yes, no, we're gonna you're not a police officer. We're going with the police officer. Thank you. Thank you. No, we're not. No, we're not. You can't unless they're breaking the law. Not the policy. I could break any policy. I could break any policy in a public place. Unless it's well,
feelings don't trump right. Policy doesn't trump law.
Because that's illegal.
Like the First Amendment guarantees you the right to film in a public place.
Inside of your public lobby, of course. It's an indoor place.
I mean, even the state police said it's.
I'm only going in there with a camera.
regulations because of security and things like that. And there's reasons why you're not supposed to be doing this.
But those reasons don't trump the Constitution, sir.
That's right.
It's freedom of the press. It's public. We're not in any secure areas. Enough for nothing. If you had private or secure...
The Constitution and the policy and procedure of the institution are separate things.
Yeah, law is law, sir.
Well, we're waiting for the assistance of the police to come back and tell us.
No, you think if the police officer didn't agree with us, he would have just walked that way? He's gonna instruct you guys. He's gonna inform you guys that we're allowed to do this.
Yeah.
And you guys just kicked us out. Made the Department of Corrections look bad on the internet.
And we're trying to do a story about you guys, about what you're doing. We were just taking pictures of this stuff. We don't have to answer questions, but it was pretty obvious.
You're asking us to answer questions.
Well, it's your job. But we didn't go to you. You guys came to us first. What was I doing? I was filming the trophies, the different artwork in the lobby. I made a comment about how the place still had a cell phone. You don't payphone. You don't see that anymore. We didn't approach the desk or the counter or the glass until he called us over, and his way of approaching us was, get off the phone. We didn't even come up to you guys. We had no intention of talking to you.
Okay.
I mean, we would have been in and out in 60 seconds. We just wanted artwork of the front because you can't get it online. The best you can get is Google Street. And not for nothing, Google Street goes everywhere that is public and legal to film, and Google Maps went right up to your front door.
And you want to know the only right that you have?
So I'm assuming Google got permission in order to do that.
But they don't have to get permission if it's public. And secondly, I call, but it doesn't really matter because it's public. Let me ask you a question. Would you have to ask me permission to drive down that road? Of course not. It's public.
You need a driver's license to drive
right.
down that road.
If I took your picture and you asked me to not post it,
right?
would I have a right? I would be able to post your picture if I wanted. You don't need a release. It's public. There's zero expectation of privacy in public. The wiretap laws in Massachusetts were found unconstitutional. They were repealed in 2018. So now you can audio record people. If it's in public, it's legal. If I'm at your house, I'm violating your personal privacy. I'm surveilling you, and I'm subject to arrest. Okay. So, for example, Middleton Jail, right? Yeah. Middleton Jail is privately contracted, so there's a little bit of a dispute there. But this is DOC. Okay. This is state of Massachusetts. Even the state police said, I can't send someone out there because there's no issue. You're doing a constitutionally protected activity. And he goes, you weren't in like any behind gates, walls? I said, no, we're in the information center. And he goes, I mean,
well, we'll have. All right, so we'll have to call the Walpole PD.
Please do.
We'll talk to the Walpole PD, and we'll find out, what.
Because I mean, we could have followed him right back in there, but he said, "Hang on a second." So we're trying to work not for nothing. It's kind of silly because we come in.
When all of a sudden you see 3 individuals or whatnot come here and they start reporting things without permission, nobody knows about it. It throws up a red flag, and of course we're going to react. Why are you guys recording? What are you doing?
Right, but your job's to de-escalate. Maybe instead of like screaming at us, you just come up and have a conversation. No, not you. Okay, so that's a poor classification. I'm saying when we entered, we were approached the way that we were approached. So that was kind of the issue, because I would have been happy to tell you, hey, we're just working on a story. We're not, even if we won years. So we're not obviously here to